What's going on, everyone? So we're gonna start here in a squat. This will be a good practice to do a lot of things. So this will be great to open up your hips, to maybe even warm up for a workout, or maybe even cool down after a workout, or cool down after a long day, something to do in the morning. And this will open up not only your hips, but kind of your whole spine, even your shoulders. We're just gonna go kind of broad spectrum here. We're not going to take too much time. I'm just going to kind of free flow and describe what I'm doing as I go along, because this is normally what I do. I never have like a set practice. I kind of do whatever my body is feeling that day. So meet me in the squat. Again, if you're having problems with the squat, find something stationary, maybe not this, but something that's like stationary, like a table or something, and grab onto it like this. This will, or with one hand or whatever, it'll help you kind of keep your balance, so you're not like kind of worrying about falling over. You can hold on like that. And I know that a lot of us might be tight, and that's why we're here. So start the squat. Meet me here, and we'll just spend some time here. And what I like to do is I like to shift. So I'm shifting my weight on the balls of my feet, and you could do this slowly. You could do it a little faster, but you start to get a feel for your hips, and your ankles too. Your ankles and your feet. The feet don't get enough love, so this is a great position to kind of work into all of these things. The squat is actually a great position for your entire body. It's for your hips, your knees, as you can see, your ankles and your feet, like we were just talking about. And then even the rest of your spine, which affects your neck and your shoulders. Because remember, you got to look at our human body as like almost like a t-shirt. And so if I wrinkle a part of my t-shirt down here, it's going to affect the whole t-shirt up here as well. And our fascia, our muscles, everything that's kind of, all the connective tissue that's running together, it works very much the same way. So you got something kinked up down here, could be affecting you all the way up here in your neck. So that's why this is such a kind of a one-size-fits-all solution. So now what we're going to do, and again, if you're grabbing onto something, you can still do this. We're going to start to push the right knee out. And do this about 10 times. Go at your own pace. Maybe you could do 5 times, whatever feels good for your body. Stop grabbing onto my imaginary leg. And then if you're not grabbing on anything, don't really worry about this hand. You can kind of use it to further push against your left knee. Pushing this knee open. You should feel this in your hip, And always, when you want to like really isolate the joint, just subtly clench your glutes, subtly flex the core, and it will start to isolate that joint, keeping your torso from falling along. That's good for that side. So now, I like to go like this. Shift to this side, start pushing this knee out. I stole this from Ido Portal. He does this kind of squat warm-up thing that's highly effective, but we're gonna go past the squat today, so don't worry. We're gonna do other stuff too. Okay, that's enough for that. And now, another one I love is, you can do this, or you can just kind of keep your hands a little idle. But I like to grab my left ankle with my right hand, reach up, and when I reach with my I reach my elbow. The reason why you want to reach with your elbow is because, so you don't do this. You want to make sure you're getting the whole twist. And we're going to switch, grab the other ankle, lead with the elbow, reach. We're just going to kind of go back and forth here. Warming up into the body, feeling amazing. This works so many things. You're getting your whole spine involved, your neck, torso, and hips. Keep going. Remember, if you're going like this, maybe you're not following me exactly, or maybe you went like this, and you're like, ooh, that feels good, that's really tight. Hang out here then. I'm just gonna keep doing my thing. You find what you wanna do. All right, maybe that's enough of that. So now what I'm gonna do, I'll show you guys this side. So we're still in our squat, and now I'm just gonna stand up and hinge. So I'm staying bent over. So only really my knees are doing anything. I'm still kind of staying as glued to my hips as I can. And we're gonna start to take a stretch here. You don't have to lock out the knees. We're just kind of warming up into this. You can go like this a little bit. You can. If you're not super flexible, it's okay. You just go at your own pace and do what you can do. Come back into the squat. And now we're also going to do this. So put your hands behind your butt. Lead with your knees. Flex the glutes. Keep that pelvis tucked. Subtly flex the abs. Drop the head. Breathe out. Come back into the squat. We're going to bend forward now. Come back into the squat. Hands behind your back. Lead with the knees. Clench the glutes. Drop the head. Push the hips and the chest up. Breathe diaphragmatically. Come back into a squat. Stand up as best as you can. Maybe you're right here. Maybe you're like, oh, Jesus Christ. That's fine. Come back into a squat. Post back. And you probably get the rhythm now. Oh, man, this is so good. You need to feel good. You need to feel good when you do this. Go back in the squat. Push to standing. That's what I don't like about yoga classes is they kind of go through things like really fast. And it's like, just let me explore a little bit, man. You know? Just let me chill. Come back in the squat. Hands behind you. Lead with the hips. This one just feels so good to me. I'm just going to chill here for a little bit. You know, real yogis, when they're in this position, they'll drop the head and you notice the eyes. You can look up as much as you can and then kind of look cross-eyed and really just drive your energy. Back into a squat. Stand. If you want to take it to the next level, you lift your toes off the ground, straighten those knees. You can grab your elbows, kind of dangle here a little bit. Alright, come back into a squat. And now we'll put our hands down in front of us. Come into push-up position, plank position, whatever you want to call it. And now we can lower down, peel up. Remember to keep the glutes clenched to protect the lower back, arms straight, leading with your chest. You want to lift with your chest, not crunch your neck. Lift with your chest, keep your neck straight. Feel the bend in your spine. Twist here a little bit so you start to feel stretch on the right side, stretch on the left side. Kind of play with that. What do these sides feel like? Which side feels weird to you? Which side feels really loose, Push up into a down dog. Breathing. If you can, if you're here and you can't get your heels to the floor, don't worry about it. Just keep showing up, and I promise it'll open up. But if your heels are on the ground, you want to take it to another level. You can root the balls of your feet into the ground, lift your toes up, hyperextend the knees, and really work into those hips. And now quickly, I don't know why I said quickly, but I think I said that because we're almost done, to be honest. We're going to bring this left foot forward into a lunge. And I'm going to drop the knee, because we're not trying to be crazy today, we're just trying to open up the body, stretch it a little bit. So here we're stretching the front side of the right body, the hip flexor, going to the psoas even. If you want to add to it, you can reach up. And it's really important to breathe here. If you don't know where the psoas is, you need to Google the psoas and Google the diaphragm. These are two super important muscles that contribute to a lot of back pain and stuff like that. So it's really important to open these up, and the way you do it is you stretch like this and you breathe into your stomach. So deep breath. Now we're going to keep stretching the psoas, don't worry. I'm going to walk that left foot out just a little bit. It's in line with my hands. And I'm going to start to come down to a full lizard position. And I'm going to drop the top of my right foot. And if you want, you can not drop the top of your right foot and take your knee off the ground for a little bit more of an active stretch. Or if you're really just looking to relax, just drop everything. Relax and breathe deeply. Alright, now all we're going to do is pivot like so. Come on this side. Now we're in this lunge. Now you want to, hear that? You want to keep nice and upright, leaning in with the hips, but not kind of collapsing like this. You want to keep the pelvis tucked, keep the core engaged, and lean down into the hips so you really get that stretch on that side. You can reach up. Come down to the lizard again. Same thing this side. Now the tendency might be for this knee to fall out like this, but try to keep it close to your shoulder. Try to keep everything kind of square and aligned with the ground. So don't let your hips shift any sort of way. Try to keep them nice and uniform. Now, I told you we're going to work into the shoulders and the spine and everything, so we've already done a lot of work in the spine. A lot of the stuff that we did in the in the squat was for the shoulders too. So now what we're going to do is one of my favorite positions. Don't be scared. You'd be surprised at how you probably could do this. So we're going to come down, spread our arms out like a T, and I'm going to start with my right side. I'm actually going to scoot over a little bit, and I'm just going to bring my right foot over to my left hand. We'll find it, grab it, and do your best to try to keep this shoulder close to the floor. If you can't get, to your hand, you can get over here, whatever. Just try to get close. Deep breathing. All right. Try the other side now. Same thing. Reach up and over. Find the hand. Grab the foot. Keep this foot also nice and engaged. Like you're reaching out with your heel. One last breath. All right. Go ahead and peel up one more time. You could come here into just a normal Sphinx, or you can kind of push all the way up. Just one last kind of stretch for the front body. And now we'll come onto our backs. And I like to just bring my knees side to side, just to make sure the spine is nice and loose, ready for bed or ready for the day. It doesn't matter. Okay, now take the feet overhead. I like to reach with my hands as it really stretches the shoulders and the neck. And I'll slowly come out of it. And relax. Stay in this position as long as you humanly can. If you can stay for 30 minutes, stay for 30 minutes. If you stay for an hour, bravo. If you can only make it for 5, that's fine. If you can only make it for 30 seconds, shame on you. But I hope you enjoyed this. Peace out.